Greetings, Moody New Testament Greek students. Dr. Stevens back for week 2 with you in the class. I'm looking forward to reading your class introductions in the community post this week, as well as reviewing your first week's work. And I do hope that you are marking out a good self-disciplined study schedule for mastering New Testament Greek. Yes, it can be challenging as we get deeper in, but trust me on this. It will be worth it all as you begin reading the New Testament text of the Word of God in its original language. Another motivational quote here, this time from the martyred missionary Jim Elliot. He said, "Field poured out over a great many interests with intense desire to do, but so little power and time to accomplish. Hebrew. And I can think of nothing I'd like better than to be able to pick up a page of the Hebrew Old Testament and read it at sight." And then Greek loses a lot of its challenge when one gets to know a little. Just some real encouragement there from a very significant missionary of our need to know Hebrew and Greek in order to study the Word of God. Well, by the way, I'm staying in the apartment of a couple, the wife of which is a niece or grandniece of Nate Saint, who was martyred along with Jim Elliot by the Alec Indians back in the late 50s. Well, on to this week's work, your second week's work, about the nominative and accusative case. Your lesson objectives this week are 6. First, when you get done with the week, you should be able to recognize, inform, and understand the basic function of the nominative case. You should recognize the form and understand the basic function of the accusative case. You should be pronouncing the Greek text accurately. You should memorize frequent New Testament Greek words. You should translate portions of the Greek New Testament. And you will open and navigate through the Greek New Testament Logos. As far as your reading, viewing, listening this week, you're going to work through Mounts in his Basics of Biblical Greek, chapters 5 and 6. You're going to work through the video lectures for 5 and 6. You're going to listen to Dr. Woodall's presentation on the Greek New Testament Logos and Dr. Woodall's parsing and translation that correlates with Mounts, chapter 6. And then discussions. Complete the assigned translation exercise and discuss the translation grammar in these various translations. The translations of the numbers you'll see as you work through them. In the workbook, complete Mounts, workbook exercise 6, parsing 1 through 10, the warm-up alpha to eta, and translations of 1 through 10. Pronunciation, you want to record your pronunciation of 1 John 1:5. And then quiz 2 you'll take, covering the material in Mounts chapters 5 and 6. Again, remember, all of this material is provided to you each week. So be reminded to look over these things, your objectives, your reading, your assignments, your discussion boards. Also, always compare the course schedule and course shell to make sure they're in sync and you haven't missed anything. And pay attention for any additional announcements or emails that you may get. Remember as well, our week runs Tuesday morning at 12:01 a.m. through the following Monday, 11:59 p.m. That's Central Time. Remember that your workbook assignments are due by noon on Saturday of each week, according to the syllabus. And remember these things about discussion boards too. Your initial discussion board should be posted no later than Friday midnight, and your replies no later than the following Monday midnight. Late policy is here. I'll let you read through that. And last, you'll find an attachment, a zip file that has my little trek around Tel Gezer here in Israel. It's a really fascinating place. I love the Tel. There's a great Solomonic gate there, the ruins of one, as well as the standing stones and then the water system. Some great videos there. This is my first time with these, though, so be kind. For some reason, Windows Movie Maker wants to play these videos upside down. I have no idea why. Checked through its tools, couldn't find any way to correct that. VLC Media Player does play these correctly, and I'm assuming others will too. It may be a crossover from having been video having been done in Apple and then playing it on a Windows program. I don't know. If any of you or your video aficionados can help me know how to correct that, that'd be great. I didn't find any tool in Windows Movie Maker to be able to flip that video, so if anyone's got some help, send it my way. Well, that's it for this week. I trust you'll have a great week studying your Greek New Testament. God bless.